What's going on, Print fam? It's your boy Cam. Welcome back to the Print Life. Intro time. All right, fam. Well, I just wanted to come on in here and say happy holidays. I hope y'all had a wonderful Christmas, but more importantly, happy New Year to the entire Print fam. My year has been amazing. As far as the YouTube channel goes, I think I was hitting the 3,000 subscriber mark. I wanted to hit 20,000 by the end of this year, and although I didn't quite hit it, I'm about, 500 shy, maybe a little bit more than that. I would still consider that a win. So more or less, I've hit my goal of hitting 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2018. I set out to build a shop management system. I got the wheels rolling on the rebuild for a subscription-based model. It's been more difficult than I could have ever imagined. It fills me with hope to know that I can build this thing the way that I feel is most important. And it may take longer than I had anticipated, but at the end of the day, it'll all be worth it when it's done, and it just functions the way I think a system like that should function. I finally got my accounting and all that kind of stuff in order. Pretty much before 2017, 16, 15, 14, however long I've been doing this, I never pulled a profit. My pricing was based on competitors' pricing, and it was all over the place, and I had never really sat down and studied what I needed to do to pull a real profit in this company. And I finally sat down this year, took the Profit First system, applied it to the best of my ability, adjusted my pricing using a different kind of pricing algorithm, and I'm profitable in the print shop, which is crazy because I never have been before. So that was a huge win for me this year. I was finally able to get in a piece of equipment, a precision piece of equipment of the highest quality. Got it towards the end of the year, but it's gonna really help us in our endeavors moving into 2019. Setups will be more efficient. Everything is just gonna be better, smoother. There's a ton of other things that I can't even think of right now, but those are the big ones. And it was a successful year for me. Hopefully the rest of the Print fam feels like they had just as successful a year as I did in 2018. And I wish all of you only the best 2019. Let's stick together, let's help each other out, and let's make sure that we make each and every one of our shops the best that they can be, but that we keep building and strengthening the screen printing community to the best of our ability. Now, I do have some other stuff I want to show you guys that I just got finalized in the shop just before 2019 rolls around. Let's go out there and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I don't know if it was with my family or what, but dude, I am congested. So I apologize if I sound like I'm plugging my nose when I talk. I finally had the electrician come out and install what I needed him to install, which was a very long whip. Originally, my plan was to actually hard pipe it in, but once they got here, they told me the cost of the whip, and I had to pay for like a full 60 feet, whether I used it all or not. So it just made sense to just, yeah, it was mainly just a cost decision. You can see the wire here. I just had them pipe that right to the top of the breaker box. Most of the things that we have in this panel are single phase, either, 110 or 220, but the flash was a 3-phase. I don't know what that means, 3-phase 220. I'm not really sure how that thing works, which is why I had to have help. Normally, I could have popped this thing open, thrown a new breaker in here, and did all the things necessary, to get it all wired up. But I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to do some bridging to the third leg. I just wasn't really sure. So instead of sitting here for days and days, possibly killing myself, the smarter thing to do by having a pro come out and do it. He showed me what I needed to do, and it was literally just popping in a 3-phase breaker and wiring it up. Don't ever have to hire someone to do it again, but I am glad that I did it. Paid like $500, $600 actually, but it's all good. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. If it were anything else, I would have done it myself. But when it comes to electric, I prefer staying alive. You know what I mean? So that's running. You have this beautiful flash unit here. This is the rapid wave from Anatol. You basically turn this on. I had this whole top thing open, and this thing is bad. So there's this huge blower in here. that forces air through the flash down onto the pallet. So although it may not look like it, this does have forced air, which means it will cure water-based and discharge inks like, what? I don't know, like something. When you kick it around, flash turns on, bada bink, bada boom. One of the issues, well, let me do this here. It's kind of a wet on wet sort of deal. So with this job, we were doing wet on wet, flashing it, and then doing another one. That's not quite right. Turn that heat up a bit. Okay, here we go. And this is the big difference, dude. Between that Chinese quartz flash, which only has 6 bulbs, this thing has 12 bulbs and a temperature adjustment. At 6 seconds, at basically medium temps, it gave this thing the perfect flash, a consistent, perfect flash. If we tried to do that same thing at 6 seconds with that flash unit, it wouldn't happen. And I just want to reiterate, I still think that that thing's a great value, and I do think that every press manufacturer should start looking into quartz technology, get rid of those IR panels, and the sensor thing is a must. The auto on-off feature is just something, the old school shit should be done. Manufacturers shouldn't even be doing that anymore. If I were going to start a screen printing company, I would want an economy. Anyway, in other news, I installed the 50-watt LED. It's a Chinese LED. It was very cheap. It was like $60 in this exposure unit forever ago. And we've been using it just by hitting the vacuum light, plugging the light in, letting it go 16 seconds, unplugging it, and then, you know, turn the vacuum thing off. But I finally got around to installing Le Digital Timer, okay? For this to work, you hit start once. This is where you set your time. So this bulb has like a 2-second delay before it officially turns on. 2 seconds to allow the lamp to heat up. So I'll show you what I mean. I hit start, 2, 1, and boom, there it's on, right? Actually, I think it might even be closer to 3 seconds. There we go. 5, 3, 2, 1, and off. I was able to figure out how to wire up this timer. It's pretty straightforward. So it took me the better part of 4 hours just like trying to logically work out how these kind of circuits work. It's really easy. If anybody wants to know about it, let me know, and I'll go through another video and I'll take it all apart and I'll show you guys how it works, okay? Well, really, the only other upgrade I did is I went through and changed up these gaskets. So I put some brand new rubber gaskets around the seam here, and now when you hit the vacuum blanket though, boom, a lot better suction. Beforehand, this thing would not get tight. We even had to use this pad. Now, it works like it's supposed to. Anyway, so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. What else is there?